about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Jets. Tucker McCann's got it set up and ready to go. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Taking it about the 1. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. He finds Corey Davis. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's a Florida native from up near Pensacola. It's Michael Carter. Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On first down, right back to Carter. The strong running. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, a run with Carter. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Moore.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 2nd and inches, Wilson, touchdown Jets. Tyler Kroft with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua, he'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
57's the mic. Watch your head. 57's the mic.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. A beautiful fake. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. The 20. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Quinnen Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Under pressure, they got him again. Quinnen Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
After 17-7 the score on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
3rd down, Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
That's taken on the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Wilson to Mims for a New York first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Carter. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Thought they'd run the football there on 3rd and inches. Decided to try to pass it, and obviously it did not pay off.
Yeah, that is conventional wisdom. You don't have far to go to pick up the first down. I wonder if they overthought it a little bit. Thought maybe they'd catch them napping and get a big play over the top. Instead, the sack occurred.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Tagovailoa, and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Quinnen Williams, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into pop.
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. For Zach Wilson, you have to figure if you're going to be drafted number 2 overall, you better have a big arm, and he does not disappoint there. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Dolphins 7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Quinnen Williams, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's going to be caught by Waddle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And taken right at the 35. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Now Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Wilson. Able to connect with Mims. A gain of 6 there on first. They go play action with Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in, and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try to run for it with Carter. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. Now the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go.
And now it's third down. You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first two quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They'll check this one down to Carter. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
2nd and 12. A handoff for Carter.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Just like that. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. 17.
On the ball. Looking to pass. Tua. Open man, it's Preston Williams. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Tua now on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Tua to try again on second down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he gets this up past the 30. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
57 to Mike.
Here's Tua. And his throw here's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Mike, 57. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Guys, it's game situation.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins.
But we saw Tua Tagovailoa hit on some big ones in his college days to Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy. That left arm, pretty underrated in terms of strength.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now down to 20.
McCann's got it teed up. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 2nd down now, it's Carter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Carter with it.
Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Wilson. And hauled in by Croft. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tua going to throw. Right back to Waddle, and this time he's got it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings us 3rd and 6.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now Wilson. Again, he finds Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
He'll dump this off to Carter, complete.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll air this one out from Mims. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The return man, Wilson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Second and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm not ready.
57.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Carl Lawson in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
57.
Now Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Danny.
Black shot.
57.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Carter. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Carter. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a very good return as he takes this all the way up to the 35-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They go play action with Wilson. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
Dolphins 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
A nice substantial run there by Gaskin, who was the Dolphins' leading rusher in 2020. 584 total yards in just 7 starts, and got stronger as the season went on. Not bad for a 7th-round pick in 2019. He was drafted number 234 overall that season.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Tua sets up to pass it toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Quinnen Williams in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Tua.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
53, Mike. Come off the ball, hard. Let's go.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua under pressure, and they got to him again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. C.J. Mosley. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.
Mike.